Okay, welcome to the Startup Agenda.
Yeah, thank you.
Tell me about yourself and your startup, but tell me the history why you're here, because you're not Filipino.
Okay. Some people may think that I look Filipino, but in fact I'm mixed Indonesian and Dutch. I was actually born in the Netherlands, and I was working for large corporations such as Malaysia Airlines and Visa Prince. And after a while I actually decided, hey, let's take another route. Let's be an entrepreneur, right? So I traveled around the world, and eventually I ended up in the Philippines. And I noticed there's a lot of potential over here.
You ended up in the Philippines. I mean, did you, like me, did you come here by accident and discover it was better than everyone
No, so
was saying,
I was traveling. First I was living in Bali. And Bali and like Manila is completely the opposite practically, right? So I was looking forward to work hard, find some opportunities. And I noticed everyone can speak perfectly English over here, which is nice for finding opportunities. Plus, the country is still developing, and that's why
lots of opportunities.
Plus, yeah, I love the Filipino culture. It's pretty nice.
So how long have you been here?
Right now it's 6 months, so time flies.
And this is an idea you've had a long time, or is it fairly new?
Actually, I had it in Bali, but I hadn't had time to actually work on it. Other things seem more important,
Well,
but right now...
let's dive straight into it then.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, so I'm here to introduce Instacredible. The tool is about detecting Instagram fraud.
Is there a lot of it?
Oh yeah, there's a lot, plenty. So before we get started, I just want to dive into the world of Instagram influencers. So for example, this is a gorgeous model. She has 30K followers, she has amazing pictures of herself, and she has actually the lifestyle that everyone wants, right?
Is she real?
She looks real, she looks real.
Okay.
Over here we have an amazing traveler, a world traveler who travels around the world, goes to Australia, then goes to the United States, Tokyo, name it, it's everything. Always like everyone wants it, right? Another example, this is an art icon. He has a well-curated feed with nice patterns, black and white, the combination, it looks very artsy and all, and in total he got 50K followers. Another one, this looks more eye-catching. It's a healthy joggy. Okay. So this is someone who works out a lot, does yoga, very healthy lifestyle, and even in the picture you can see that she's promoting products, right? Right. Besides those four, you have endless other ones. You have like fitness, even like food. Yeah, name it. In every industry you have like an influencer, and people actually pay a lot of money to get the product out to those influencers.
That's how they make money.
Yes, practically, yeah.
By the way, I mean, how much does an average 50K follower?
So it really depends which country, right? So sometimes like prices can go up from posts from even like $200 to even to 20,000 USD. Wow. Like, and even I think Kylie Jenner, she sold one post for around 300,000 or something like that. Like incredible prices.
But not in this country, but
yeah, not in this country. Over here, most times it's like sponsoring of products. But nowadays you have a rise also a lot of influencers, and they basically make like 3 or 4 times more salary than the average person does.
So what's the problem?
Yeah, so let's take a closer look. Everything looks fine, everything looks great, but let's dive into depth. So the same gorgeous model, right, with 33K followers, he has actually 5,000 likes on a picture, and she only has 6 comments, right? Second one, she has 1,900 likes and only 0 comments. That's something fishy. There's something wrong, right? Yeah. It's not right.
You mean the fake likes?
Yeah. So basically, what she done is she bought fake likes. This looks, for other brands, it looks like wow, she had 500 likes, but the ratio is not right. For example, if I post something that can be like, I don't know, like 300 likes, but I have like 20 comments on it, that makes more sense, right? Yeah.
So that's the first.
Yeah, the amazing traveler. This one is more complicated actually, because basically, if you look at, she used Instagram pods. What are Instagram pods? Instagram pods are groups of people that comment on each other. Like for example, if I post something, I say to the group, post on my picture, like my picture, and you already see that practically everyone helping each other out, which is
like
not organic.
Twitter, I think does
Twitter
the
has
same.
the
Yeah.
same. Yeah, correct. So what you see over here, all the comments that he has like people commenting with 30k followers, 10k followers, 8k followers, 45k followers. So practically this actually means that I think the average is around 300 followers. So this is not right, man.
Okay, so the fake. I mean, they might also be fake accounts, or
Yeah, no, this is the part. This is the group. They're helping each other out.
Okay.
Yeah, they're helping each other out.
okay.
Next one, the art icon, right? So he has 50k followers and only 300 likes on his picture. Well, what's happening over here?
No.
And only one comment. So basically, this guy is very
Just
easy. You
bought
can see that he just bought followers to make the number go bigger, right?
So
That's
how do
it.
you buy followers?
You can just Google and you search buy followers. That's it. And then you have, I don't know, around 80 or 100 different sites. Okay.
So these guys, they can then use those fake figures to then try and make money out of it,
Yes,
and then
correct.
the advertiser doesn't get much out of it.
Yes, correct. So this is a huge industry, but I will dive later more into depth about
Okay.
these statistics. So practically, the healthy jockey, the beautiful girl that you just saw, right? This is more statistic-wise. So you can see that every day she's following 200 people. It's the second column with the numbers, with the green and red. So she follows every day 212 people, and she unfollows 2 days after 120 people. Like 5 days later, she unfollows 430 people. This means it's automated engagements that she does.
Okay.
So she uses a bot to automatically follow other people, unfollow after an amount of time, and she does it by industry. For example, she's yoga, so she has a bot search on different hashtags or like locations which a lot of yogis go and then like the pictures from that person and follow them, so that person
Why
sees
did she
it.
unfollow?
Huh?
Why did she unfollow?
Because after 3 days it's redundant, because then the person already followed you back or liked your picture already, right?
That's a bit unfair. Isn't it?
Yeah, that's super unfair. Yeah. So what you can see is also like the graph of total daily following is going, and this is a human won't be able to do 500 followers.
Right.
And all.
So you know it's automated.
Yes, correct. So let's summarize. You have 4 main categories. So Instagram bots is the one that we just saw.
Pods.
You have pods as the groups. You have the bot followers, just buy it in one time, and engagement. So let's look at the market of influencer marketing, right? So in total, in 1 year, there's being spent 2.1 billion USD on a marketing budget for influencers. It's crazy if you consider that, right?
It's another form of advertising. So
Yeah,
if
true.
it works, but not if it's fake. It's a
Yeah.
bit like fake clicks on Google
True.
AdSense and stuff.
They actually say like 11% is fake.
Who says?
Like analytics actually explains it.
Alright.
This is from a study from New York marketing company, Kept the Faith, reported in the Times.
All right.
So this one is solid. So practically 11% is fake. This means you can do the math yourself. That means around $206 million is wrongly spent. It's just wasted. It's just gone, right? In total, there are around 9.5% fake accounts. So in total, 95 million accounts, right? Yeah.
Okay. So how do you solve it?
So yeah, what if we can make the market more transparent? So basically, if you make the market more transparent, then you stop wasting valuable marketing budget. That's first of all. There's you can have a fast and quick way to check if account is fake or not. Our tool actually provides a credibility score from 0 to 100, which explains the likelihood that someone is 100% legit or not. With the tool, I actually created my own algorithm, which has 30 different metrics categorized in 3 main categories: from followers, following, activity. To make it easy, it's
so this would be for the merchants to access.
Sorry?
Before they spend money on advertising, the merchants would actually access this.
Yeah, correct. Like the customers of the tool actually can already see the statistics, which is made from the algorithm, the 30 different metrics. brings it down to one final score from 0 to 100 to make it simplified.
And you got to ask the main question: why hasn't Instagram already instituted it?
Yeah, that's a thing, because basically what they do, they destroy themselves a little bit, right? So
You mean 95 fake million, was it 95 million accounts would be disappeared, and they're making money on that 200.
Yes, correct. Because basically there's a whole industry also besides it. So the thing is, I think now. Actually, to be honest, Instagram is already busy, has multiple initiatives with making the algorithm more strict and strict. It happens already, there's an update every half a year, so they try actually already to disable a lot of accounts, so sometimes you see a huge drop in amount of users. But practically, people are clever, right? And algorithms can be solved.
Okay, so how are you going to solve it?
Yeah, so what I've done is just credibility dashboard. So the metrics that I just described earlier, you have like 3 main ones, like the follower score. Like basically, you can see already from the amount of people that are following, the quality of the people, and also let's say there's a huge spike suddenly in one day.
So you've built this already then, or?
Yeah, I already got an MVP, but I still need to scrape some data as well.
So not something.
But that's why I'm here, right?
You can't show me now.
I cannot show you now. I can show you later something.
All right.
But that's why I'm here, to promote the idea, to get it out.
So how would people find out about it? You'd have to advertise, or you'd have to word of mouth, or what?
So you mean the marketing of the tool itself? I come to that. To that. So you have like 3 categories, latest activities. So basically, this is just an MVP design. I will make it more consumer driven as well. It needs to be good to see. And we have like different audience, right? So
you say consumer driven, but it's aimed at merchants that want to spend money on advertising, right?
What do I see now?
Consumer driven.
Okay, yeah.
So it's more merchant driven, because the consumers don't really care too much about it, do they? So it's the people are advertising.
Okay. So practically we have a differentiation between target audience, which is actually the point where I want to discuss about right now. So if the mass audience, they're curious, who's fake, who's not, right?
Oh, right. Yeah.
So for example, that gorgeous girl who has 30K
real?
followers, I want to see if she's real or not, right?
Would you have a kind of score out of 10, of fake, down to 0, absolute fake 0, and 10 is being proven?
Like from 0 to 100, and you have like red, like yellow, and you have green, and then you have like this is most likely fake, this one is totally fake.
Like they have this for websites, similar.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So if for target audience, the mass audience, you have marketing agencies, they're spending a lot of money actually on it, and they need to verify if it's legit, yes or no. Before they do any business actually. You have brands, they don't want to serve a negative image about hiring the wrong influencer and the influencer itself, because I want to give them like certification and these kind of things that's 100% legit. It's more like the scaling
and I guess the influencers themselves can say, we have this score, and they'll use it on their own profile.
Yeah.
To say, we have this score, here's who you can check it,
Yeah.
A quick verification.
Correct.
So they would want that, so they, it gives them
for them,
credibility.
yes, they will go up more.
That in itself markets the company, because everyone wants to put it on. No one else is doing this yet, or?
There's one other competitor, but he has a different aim. There's only one, and the funny thing is that one started like 1.5 years ago. Skyrocket, man! It went really skyrocket. That's why I want to dive into now. This is the right time, right? So basically, I have 2 models. One is a freemium, right? So that's this one I actually use for growth hacking. So people just use it, they share it. Oh, it's so fun, it's good. It's more consumer driven, right? So limited amount of access to features, like you don't have like extensive dashboard with all the metrics, what is actually happening, but just a simple score to get a good, right? Just to farm data practically as well, right? You want to upsell them, you want to have marketing automation funnels, right? So premium model is more like a monthly subscription-based fee, and this can range from $9 to $20. I still need to verify the prices. The prices will be determined on like the development for scraping the data and all, because it needs to be scraped from multiple sources and all. Yeah. This is like figurative price, but I think it will be around this one, maybe a little bit more, but it depends.
So how many, like in one, have you got a forecast of how many users you think you'll get?
I have it as well. how much uses I will get for my tool correctly.
Yeah.
I have this I will get to that soon,
okay,
I guess.
go on. So
very
how are you going to get it? All right.
So my go-to market strategy.
Lots of truth.
Yeah. So I just want to shock people, right? So basically the world is like this. It's not good, man. People you adore are actually a little bit fake, right? How do you feel about that? and the beauty about this, if you expose influencers who are not real, then people will write about it, and you have like viral here already.
And where they got the information
Viral's
from.
waiting.
So you better be right.
Yeah, of course. That's why I do like a machine learning algorithm behind it, to make sure like everything falls in its place after the initial testing periods, right? Yeah, just writing shocking blocks of truth, and also collaboration with well-established influencer agencies. I'm already talking right now to a lot of influencer agencies, and practically
Here in the Philippines or
Singapore.
Oh, okay.
And one in the United States. So practically, for them, it's nice to test whether they are having quality influencers.
So the market for this is mostly outside the Philippines. It's not Filipino.
It's Philippines as well. It's big as well. Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, of course.
There's no such thing as fake news here, is there?
There are a lot of fake. Okay. yeah, already. Okay, so first strategy is building brand and reach, right? Picked up by mass audience and then convert them eventually to sales.
Yeah.
So competitors, you have like two. The one that I mentioned briefly to you earlier. That one is more, they're based on the audience quality. So they check like how much followers does a person have and which industries are they from, etc. Instead of focusing on the influencer itself.
Right.
That's the big difference. So it's there since 2017. It went really big. Yeah. It got funded. It got featured in Forbes. But you buy that nowadays. You know how it works, right?
They're based in.
I don't know where
America,
they're based. I think America as well. Yeah. America's.
So one of the reasons for being here is also it's just cheaper to develop, or.
The reason why I'm actually here is because I call the Philippines people rough-shaped diamonds.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. You know what I mean with that, or not?
Yes, I know.
Okay.
It's English expression.
Yeah, nice. Okay, so and you have Social Blade. It's indirect competitor. That is basically a place where, as a marketer, you can see all the statistic, the one that I showed you earlier with the Yogi, right?
So then you can make your own decision, but you've got to know what you're looking at.
Yeah,
right?
but people, if you're not marketing experience, savvy indeed, you're not familiar with the metrics, then it's very hard to check.
So you're just making it really easy. Someone just
yes, I make it very easy.
Yeah, how fake?
Yeah, correct.
Okay.
Right. Scaling possibilities. So basically, I want to have a Google Chrome plugin later. So if you just search, you have like the number over there, the scoring there directly. Later, I want to add some extra channels, of course, like Facebook, Twitter, YouTube. But let's start with the core where the influencers actually are. White labeling can be very interesting for big agencies. They can use it as themselves to showcase to other people, right? Premium features that speaks for itself. AI algorithm learning. I think that's important with a self-developed algorithm yourself for giving the ranking, because basically it needs to be modified, it needs to be changed, optimized and all.
Mobile app.
Yeah, so you just have on your phone, you can just tap, right? You just search instead of going to your website, fill it in. But this is more like, I think it's more like a gimmick. It's not going to be like the core, I think. But it can be convenient if you just want to check it through. You want to say something, right?
I'm just wondering if Instagram would just plug something in, they would want to do something, wouldn't they?
Like, what do you mean? Sorry, can you highlight that?
Maybe something like a score. If you have a simple API, they can just put it in if they want.
Yeah, maybe
that would be really good.
That will be really good. Then it will go very fast, I think. Yeah, but the thing is, what you always need to consider is that with social channels itself, they're very aware about things going wrong, and there's most of the time they don't want to have collaboration because then they're also exposed. It will also damage their brand value. Like their stock level will go down if it hears that 11% is actually not real, right?
Yeah, it's a big chunk.
Yeah. So, and if it also comes out that they fund the company, right? Then
so the danger that a company would do it themselves is not here. it would be not Instagram that would do it. It would be another company.
Yes, like an external party.
So would it be difficult for another company to do what you're doing now, or is there a lot of?
Basically,
IP?
I have already like 8 or 9 years digital experience, and what I've done is like that's something I'm not gonna display over here. The algorithm itself,
magic
right?
sauce, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and that's basically what I've developed over. Maybe 1.5 years. I just optimized every time. I did it with different following the ranges, different metrics between likes and comments, etc.
You tested it quite a bit then.
Yeah, I tested quite a bit.
So
I need to optimize everything. And
the people behind it, it's you and.
Yeah, so practically it's me, and of course every good guy needs a strong partner, right?
Yeah.
So basically it's Amadeo Brands.
Amadeus, yeah.
Amadeo is like super tech savvy. He knows he's got a perfect combination of business and technology, and therefore I think he's a perfect asset to my team. And besides that, we also have other people lining up, but basically we're like the core.
You're the two guys, yeah. Let's have a look at the timeline then. What are you going to do?
So basically, the first 3 months I'm going to be busy with pre-seed, right? Do some market research, conceptual design. Want to do a more advanced.
So you don't need any money for that.
Actually, like for the development itself, if I have some injection, then it will be better. But the cost will be minimum. But then again, this is the time maybe for investors to buy stake, right?
So what kind of stake are you looking at for pre-seed and seed? Because that's really what I'm interested in.
I have another pitch deck with the numbers and right?
Ballpark figures.
Pre-seed can be around 40 to 60K or something. Yeah.
Dollars.
Yeah, dollars
is 2.5 million.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, 2.5 million pesos for pre-seed.
And that's more like the development. Everything needs to be 100% correct. Like the first MVP that you really want to have it good and all, because we need to have like a scraper from different servers and all. We want to have that running.
That's pre-seed, right?
That's
and
pre-seed.
Then how much would you look for another seed funding? Say after 1 year.
Yeah, that's gonna be like I think around 60 or 70% more than the pre-seed.
So another 7 million or 7 to 10 million.
Yeah,
so that's the area I'm interested in.
Yeah. I don't know about the calculation part.
How much do you reckon cut of the company? What percentage of the company? And would the company be here or would it be outside?
So for me, it can be everywhere actually. I'm based in the Philippines, but
so you haven't formed the company yet?
For this one, no.
Okay.
So this open.
You can create a one-man company here, or
definitely.
There's no reason why you can't create.
Yeah, I can give away from in the beginning pre-seed from 5 till 15% depending on how much.
Okay, so let's get into the timeline. For what you're doing and raising money. So
So practically I already started building a lot. The brand is already out there, but this is a speculated timeline that I had in mind. So basically the first 3 months I'm just gonna do a fundraising. I call it pre-seed funding, and I'm looking.
So how much?
It's very hard to say, you know that, right? But I'm looking around till 40K USD for it.
So how can you build it without that money?
It is possible, but it will give a good boost, and then you can focus on it a lot more, right?
Okay.
Because
the advice is always wait until you really need the money, and then you don't have to give so much of the company away. So for the 40K, which is what, 2 million pesos, how much a percentage of the company would you give up for that?
It really differentiates. It's again very hard to say. Like I'm an entrepreneur, I'm a builder, I'm all. But basically, it can go up till I think to kickstart it till 15% or something.
For that initial 2 million?
Yeah. But
I would be very interested.
Okay. Then I need to reconsider now. Thank you.
No, that's okay. But the thing is, if you're going again for some more pre-seed or some more seed money, then you have to say, well, you give less. Because now you've got an actual product you can say, and maybe you got a little bit of traction, a few sample users that are actually willing to pay. Because I'm willing to pay for this.
Okay, good to hear. Good to hear.
So you say you can build something that people can actually start paying for within 3 months?
I guess so. Yeah, like the brand and everything is already out there. The algorithm is out there. But in the initial phase of you still always have a testing phase. I wouldn't throw it out to the big audience yet.
No, you get
before,
people like me that I could test it.
Yeah, of course. You get a
but I'm
few
willing to pay for it.
subscriptions.
So you need to find a few people like that willing to pay to test it, and maybe you give them 6 months free or something like that.
Yeah, definitely. Beta testing.
Have you got any interest in from abroad for financing?
Of course, yes, I'm open for
There's
that.
always a question of how much money you should ask for.
Yeah.
So it really doesn't matter.
That's why I got you, man.
It really doesn't matter how much, where they're coming from, but if you're producing here, the costs are less. So really you balance how much you ask for with how much does it cost to produce the product to get it to a certain stage, for as little as you can give away of the company.
Yep.
So it's always that balance. Just because you go to a Silicon Valley company and they want to invest doesn't mean you should ask for a pile of money.
Yeah, true.
You can ask for as much as you want, but they might not. And they might just say, well, the costings to do this is not Silicon Valley rates. It's you're paying programmers here a lot cheaper.
Yeah.
But they might say, well, you also need this money for marketing or whatever. So really, you can ask for whatever you want. You might not get it.
Okay. So practically, you're saying, to summarize it, is. Just focus first on building the product and what money do you actually need for that. Yeah. If it's possible to actually don't raise any money and build it yourself, do that because then your product will be better.
More valuable.
You have more to show to other people, right? And after that, like if everything's being built, then basically you want to have marketing budget.
Yeah. Concentrate on building the product, getting the users, and getting users that want to pay for it.
Yeah.
Then the investment will come because you can see the scaling, you can see people are really interested in paying for it. Okay. So that's the main thing. And what does it take you to get there? So live on a shoestring for a while.
Yeah, true.
So your projections, but let's have a look.
Yeah. So basically the first 3 months you're busy developing a tool, right? So you don't have any subscribers, maybe you have some friends, families, you know how it works, right? You put it in some groups, people sign up, etc. No big time. Then estimate in around, I don't know, like half a year, you will have at least 1,000 subscribers. Doesn't seem a lot.
Paid subscribers.
Paid subscribers.
Okay.
For me, I think about it, you have endless agencies and people over here, and this.
But if it works, then it can be shown to work. Then I don't think 1,000 would be a problem. That's 1,000, say, times 10 or 20.
Yeah, that's something, and that you have like every month you already generate 15.
Do you think you have a structure of pricing depending on how big the agency is, for example?
Okay, yeah. So those are more the advanced features, but I just want to focus first on the core product before launching these things. But it's good to have some thoughts about that.
Yeah, I mean, you can decide pricing. Let's see. You need to test the market and what they're willing to pay.
Yeah.
Correct. Like a smaller company like mine or a big marketing agency, because we do it for our own products, but they want to do it for other people's products. So it might be different pricing for that.
Okay.
You don't want to, if they're willing to pay a lot more, you might as well see if they can.
All right. Yeah, and I also added additional revenue because you can have a partnership collaboration. But I think I already talked to like interested agencies. I think this one is already old. I think this can go way more up. But
if it's conservative, that's good. So 1,000 users and 1,000 paying users inside a year. That'd be nice.
Yeah, that would be nice. It would be nice. Yeah.
But that would be the test, really.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's at least my minimum goal, right?
And evaluation really doesn't. I mean, you've got evaluation, but really. You've got nothing at the moment apart from idea and some.
Yeah, but this is more based on the seed that I had in mind, right?
Yeah.
Than before.
Get the product out first.
Yes. Thank you.
Don't worry about valuation later.
Okay. Right.
This is only if you go to seed, like
just numbers.
Series or Series A or maybe the first big seed, then you can think, okay, why is it worth this much, or will it be worth this much in 1 year?
Because then people already invested.
Yeah. So I'm interested in this.
Good to hear.
And now I met you and now I understand what you're doing. And I've learned a bit more on fake accounts. I didn't know there were so many.
Yeah.
I think people will be interested in that. Anyway, thanks for coming along.
Yeah.
No doubt we'll feature again in a few months when you've actually got a product. And
make sure you visit the website. It's still in beta version. www.instacredible.cc.
.cc.
Yeah.
Cocos Keeling.
Huh?
You know CC.
No, I thought it was looks
I was in
perfect, right?
Cocos in 1998,
Really?
a long time ago. I was building a website for them.
Ah.
I was on the island. I'd sailed there and I stayed there for 4 weeks.
Yeah.
And I was working with the school to do it. CC is Cocos Keeling, and you didn't know that, right?
No, I didn't know.
That's good to end on.
Now I learned also something, right? No, I learned actually more. Thank you, man.
Thanks.
Thanks.